No one
Hey
needs to hear
everybody!
this from.
Welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 15, Week 5.
Radiant team
What
banned.
happened in Game 1 is very much secondary to the anecdote Vex is now going to tell.
I'm not gonna tell shit, bro.
Bruh, what do you mean? It sounds biased. What do you mean biased? He's like...
Because people are. I mean, I even
10
told
seconds
some
remaining.
people in like Al Capone, I think, and that Kai was
5
like,
seconds
"Oh,
remaining.
are you like already building yourself so you know
Dire
like
team
you don't
banned.
feel bad when you get shit on or something like that?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, bro.
Bro,
What the fuck?"
just tell the story. It's a funny story. I don't care what Al Capone
Radiant
is gonna...
team
Because they're gonna
banned.
say that no matter what you say, aren't they?
Yeah,
If you were like, yeah, I was playing at my best
bro.
today.
Literally, no one cares.
It's a funny story. I,
Dire team banned.
we gotta hear this. I have started this recording. We are 2 bands deep. They heard about you saying pick DP, and they are not letting it happen. Actually, yeah, they're not letting it happen. Ban the
Unfortunate.
Dawnbreaker. Somebody should have done that on your team last week, so you didn't have to play it.
True.
10
So
seconds
why
remaining.
is it that when Drow Ranger was walking away at 3 HP, you were hitting
5
creeps at bot
seconds
and didn't ult?
remaining.
I
Radiant
don't
team
remember that
victory.
game. I'll be honest.
Why don't you remember that game?
Because I was on an hour sleep driving back home.
Back home to see your friend in Cleveland. And
True.
I was going to leave this story at that. You know, you were saying that between the games.
10
But
seconds
then you
remaining.
said something really interesting. Tell
Dire
us about
team
your time
banned.
visiting your friend in Cleveland while we look at the predictable
It
Asia
was
crop first.
not good.
You said a certain phrase there specifically.
What, me sleeping in the car park of a
No, no,
Walmart, bro?
about your friend.
I fucking hate him.
10
That's what I said.
seconds
Like what?
remaining.
You met up with him, and when you told me the story when the cameras were
5
lower,
seconds
you were like, "Yeah,
remaining.
he was an asshole." Why was
He
he an
was,
asshole, Vex?
cause he was. You know, I drove.
What did he do that was
Dire
assholic,
team pick.
as they say?
He was drunk and he was shooting cans at pigeons, bro. That's what he
What?
did. Yeah.
You showed up like on 1 hour of sleep, and you slept outside of a Walmart, by the way, in a little
True.
cardboard box. You
Yeah.
slept outside of Walmart on a piss-soaked
10
mattress that
seconds
somebody was throwing
remaining.
out in the bin. Um,
5 seconds
you went
remaining.
you went to Ohio to see this guy. He was shooting cans and pigeons,
Yeah.
drunk, and
I
you
was very
drove.
disappointed
And
at
where
him.
do you live? Where did you go?
I'm in Buffalo, bro.
Buffalo. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a city that it's great that Buffalo exists because you can just say Buffalo, 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 and
Radiant
because of the
team
city, that's a
victory.
sentence.
True.
Witch Doctor. I haven't really seen a lot of him this season so far. A bit on pages, but like nobody else, it feels like.
Radiant team
Hmm.
banned.
And the Spirit Breaker once again. Matty boy felt
Dire
like Spirit
team
Breaker
banned.
today, I guess. But so yeah, if anybody is wondering,
Radiant team
Vex
banned.
had the worst trip ever. It just sounds like such shit. You go all the way to Ohio. I mean, you basically,
All I
it's
ate
like,
was a fucking 7-Eleven pizza, bro. That's all I ate.
what was on it? Oh my
Dire
god,
team
I'm
banned.
Nothing,
asking
bro.
what was on it like that matters. This is 7-Eleven
Literally
pizza.
nothing. Just cheese.
There we go. And that's why Vex played the way he did on Sunday. So Kay said it's not because he needs to play more like a core. It's that he needs to not eat a 7-Eleven pizza and then sleep outside of a
10
Walmart
seconds
At 4
remaining.
a.m.
at
Yeah,
4
that's
a.m. right
true.
before the games.
True.
5 seconds
I can't
remaining.
believe you didn't want to tell this story.
Because no one cares, bro.
It's funny.
Literally no one cares.
I assure you, this is far more
Radiant team
entertaining to
banned.
anybody who's watching this cast than Drow is the rock of this meta. It feels like when Drow gets into the game, everything is
True.
building around. I
But it's.
promise you.
I know, but like.
The best cast I did so far this season was with
10 seconds
Princess,
remaining.
where we just told a
Dire
bunch of dumb
team
anecdotes
banned.
about nothing the whole game. It was like an episode of
I
Seinfeld while
think I
Dota
watched
happened in the
that.
back. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think it was your team, so it makes sense. I
Maybe.
think that was this team versus your team. Maybe. I know it was a
I don't. I
Lunchboxes
haven't
game.
played these teams.
Oh, never mind then.
Probably the PVC one.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was. Okay, yeah, I
5
remember that.
seconds
Okay.
remaining.
It's the best cast this season so far. See, this is what the people want. All right, I
My
have
dumb
talked about.
stories.
Yeah, I have talked about this set of matchups and this set of bans already. Basically, Witch Doctor is novel. We've pointed that out. The Tiny ban is novel. I don't think that happened the first game. Do I like a Tiny ban here? I think I do. I think Tiny against this lineup will be really miserable, and we've
10
seen it being
seconds
played
remaining.
before by the Lunchboxes.
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds Radiant remaining.
No Hollywood bans. Zay didn't
Oh
ban a
lord.
single one of his guys. Got the Pit Lord here, one of the dominating faces of this meta. Surprisingly, even though Pit Lord is I think he actually is second or third place right now for pause 3 win rates. It's kind of
Yeah, I
competitive
like the
there.
hero.
Even though Pit Lord
Just
is,
because the items are good right now.
you
Greaves.
never see him in LD2L. I think we've
5
seen one
seconds
match with him so
remaining.
far. Even though I think I think Pit Lord is actually just one of the safest picks in the
Yeah,
game.
it is.
He
Radiant team
combos
pick.
really well with basically every pause 4 and basically no pause 1s want to see him. It's really, really comically bad into Ursa, which is banned out. It's not great into Drow, which is banned out. The only hero that it's left that he's
That's
not good into in
absolutely
lane is the Monkey
not what
King,
I
10
and
seconds
they're
remaining.
not going to
Maybe
pick
it's a
that. They
bait.
better not pick that anyway.
Yeah.
Five
Is what I should
seconds
say.
remaining.
So I got the Pit Lord here.
Yeah, this time they have a stand on this guy, this Greaves builder. So
Yeah, there we go.
good now.
So far, I like this as a Pit Lord game. In particular, it's really kind of nasty
Yeah.
for Nature's Prophet. Nothing worse than, oh, you TP'd away to safety? Nuh-uh!
Yeah.
And getting rid of Nature's Prophet's one real big source of doing anything, which is his right click, is pretty nasty. And one small thing that I don't think people realize is that the percentile damage,
Dire
and the
team
fact that
pick.
you're probably building group
Monkey
armor.
King.
I guess color me
Radiant
surprised. There we go.
Uh,
Never mind.
Phantom
why?
Lancer.
Yeah, Monkey King is great into Pit Lord. He's pretty solid into a couple of other these guys, and he is
I don't know.
dreadful into PL.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's dreadful into PL. He's not good in
10
any pause
seconds
one matchup.
remaining.
I feel like.
I feel like you just get
5
kited.
seconds
You get
remaining.
darted. You get cost. You get rooted. I don't know.
And
I don't like it that much.
you're gonna clown on Pit Lord in lane, but you're never gonna clown on him again after that. When he starts taking percents off of your Jingu Bond crits, you are gonna cry. I really don't know why you picked this, aside from it clowns on Pit Lord in lane, and in the game too.
Yeah.
If you have nothing else to worry about, I guess.
I mean, it's fine. Lane doesn't matter this meta.
Yeah, there you go.
You just get Greaves and win
Dire
the game.
team ban. Radiant team ban.
Painting out the X. Yeah, that
I
could
really
make it
don't like
interesting.
the axe, I guess.
I think this is a really good Axe game, so there's that at least.
Yeah, for the PO.
Good into PL, it's something that the Underlord really doesn't have any
10
easy ways
seconds
of
remaining.
dealing with. You can just drop your
5
crap
seconds
on where
remaining.
he's standing, but it's very easy for him to stop caring about that. Good for the Ricky, for obvious reasons, I hope.
Dire team ban.
It's not a bad ban here. I think it also combos really well with the
Radiant
Disruptor.
team
I mean, if
pick.
you want, there's a lot of anti-chemistry that a lot of supports have with Axe. Disruptor is not on that list. You want to know true misery? It's you get to be in the Axe call in a static storm. And
10
then when you're done,
seconds
you're in
remaining.
Disruptor jail. Man on the Lesh is
5
interesting.
seconds remaining.
Does it do better here in
Yeah.
this match? A little, I guess. Can't say much.
I would just pick it if they had the option, but then they're putting NP offlane.
Yep, I don't think J-Bay plays Furion.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, maybe this is the greatest bamboozle of our time, and it's actually going to be a Monkey King pause 4 and Spirit Breaker on J-Bay. I mean, I'm not
True.
holding my breath, but it could be. I don't
I
see
don't know
Moon River in
about
this game.
Matty Boy Monkey King though. So
I mean, it might be Hollywood Monkey King, which is
and Matty Boy Disruptor.
you know, it's something.
Dire
It
team
could be
pick.
possible. You'll see. Spirit
Earthshaker.
Breaker. Or what? What did I say? Spirit Breaker.
Because he's right here, and you're thinking about him,
Oh,
and we were talking about him 1
true.
second ago.
Earthshaker offlane.
I like
Isn't
it
it
here.
that is most played on Dota buff?
Believe so, yeah. I really like it here.
10 seconds
The
remaining.
way J-Bay, he likes his little car crashes, and Earthshaker
5
can definitely
seconds
be a
remaining.
hero
It's
where that works for you.
yeah
It's good
against
in,
PL.
it's good in the context of this game. It sucks to be PL facing this. You can deal with the Earthshaker, but like the way you deal with the Earthshaker is like you have to play so greedy that nobody else can do anything on your team basically. Like you just have to fight alone and let everybody else like take bullets for you. And that's a very distilled literalist interpretation of what a pos one is supposed to do. I understand that. But like you have to do it to such an exaggerated degree that it's like you just have to have solo fights without your team at all, or else you are posed. Um, and he doesn't do well in other
I
circumstances.
think. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they can just play around it though. Play around the fact they have an Earthshaker. I think they can. They can like if they outplay them, the Shaker's gonna have a rough time like fighting, getting that
It's gonna
perfect
be
like
hard for Earthshaker to 1v5. It's just I don't know if that's
yeah.
gonna be the case. It's like I feel like any hope that you're going to be able to just completely just play the Earthshaker out of existence has to be dashed a little bit at least by the Furion and the Disruptor being back here again. There's two heroes that go really well the Earthshaker, do really good at keeping the fight contained to a certain specific area, which is exactly what Earthshaker likes. And the Spirit Breaker ain't bad about
You
that
may
either.
now
We got the
select your
Pangolier coming up
heroes.
to try and have something to capitalize on that. I like the Pango, I
Mm.
think. It's going to be something that's going to be
Yeah.
able to just roll through the Disruptor crap at any point. It's going to be something that Earthshaker doesn't like.
Yeah. I
It's a
like
pretty
it.
good last pick here, I think. One thing I was going to mention is it is probably going to suck for J-Bay's existence that he has to deal with the Pit Lord passive, but if you have BKB, that passive isn't affecting you. So, you know, he has that
I think it
for the
depends a
BKB.
lot how lanes go,
Could.
and how good Earthshaker does in lane. Because the win condition is clearly Earthshaker. I don't think Monkey King he just gets
10
Yeah, Monkey
kited.
seconds
King has
remaining.
nothing to do in this game but die.
Yeah.
He is going to have no
5
game.
seconds
It is very
remaining.
difficult to find many Pos 1 Monkey Kings that are going to have a game in this patch. This is not one of those games. Uh, he has nothing to
Yeah.
do here,
They really need to
really.
enable the Earthshaker. They need to realize like just but I don't know. I don't know how much Earthshaker because it's not a hero that wants to be top never. It's not a hero that wants to like, be consistently like
At the very least, I have some faith that an Earthshaker with a Nature's Prophet is going to do okay. Like, I think the two of them as a unit can do fine. Like, I don't think Earthshaker needs to be the top net worth. He needs to be the second to top net worth, and Furion has to be number one. I think they can win like that.
it's still a lot to ask, I think. I don't know.
You still have to.
I think Dire. I favor Dire this game.
Yeah, it's
For
probably
sure.
Dire favorite. I don't think the Lunchboxes are dead, but like the Pangolier just single handedly. Like, this looked like
Yeah.
a kind of dead in the water team until the Pangolier picks up. And it's so good, both with what he has and against what the enemy team is pulling out here.
Underlord just goes pipe, Greaves is the best game for it, probably. He's gonna go it anyway, but like,
Yeah.
good pipe
Yeah,
game.
the Pit Lord is going to be a big obstacle here. If number one Frank Stan can put on even acceptable Pit Lord
Prepare for
performance, this is
battle.
really tough for this team. And here's something that I don't know if you think about a lot as a Pit Lord, but it's definitely true in this game. Are you ready?
Right.
Pit Lord gets the Ags this game. I don't know what Looter's Lunchboxes do. It is so goddamn tough for Spirit Breaker, Monkey King, Earthshaker, or the Furion to exist when you have three of the stupid roots on the field.
Oh, it adds a root at the end, right? Yeah.
It adds roots to both ends of the Fiend's Gate, and it puts big time slow. It's actually really nasty. 40% movement speed slow on all the pits that you put down.
Yeah.
And against a team that
Uh-huh.
loves being able to control like everything specifically about the positioning of their
30
fight,
seconds to
that
battle.
sucks a lot. Like, it really sucks to be the Spear Breaker, have zero impact on fights unless somebody gets close enough to ult. Really sucks to be Monkey King because he can easily just turn your own ult into hell. Really sucks to be Earthshaker because you can't really necessarily guarantee you're going to be able to get into a good position, be able to get your
I
blink
mean,
in.
I think he could go for it, but I feel like once he gets pipes and greaves, they will be at the
The
tier
battle
3, taking their
begins.
racks by that time. So
Yeesh, that's not much faith in this lineup.
yeah.
Yeah, potentially. The if you get both the Guardian Greaves and a Crimson Guard, Looter disappears. He's just gone. He can't do anything anymore. Like, the only damage he can possibly do to
Yeah.
you at that
The
point
the
is
pipe for when you're next to PO and the Earthshaker,
yep.
you just and you don't die.
Like, the pipe, you put the pipe on, and Earthshaker is like already reduced to 40% of his hero.
He just blinks in
Disruptor
and
is
dies.
like, yep. Disruptor is
Nothing.
already like mostly gone. You get the Greaves, and it really sucks to be Spirit Breaker, the Monkey King, having to face a fight reset. You get the Crimson Guard on top of that, and you take out half of their win condition, and you just completely make Looter disappear. You just stack up all the good stuff in this game, and you can be really nasty. I mean, hell, if you really wanna make people really mad, you can do the item that most pos 3s think they're too cool to get for some reason. You pick up a Rat Pack in a game like this, and on top of all that other crap, and it's like, well, okay, so now instead of losing like 35% of your crit, it's like you're losing like 70% of your damage on the Monkey King. Ouch! There's a lot you can do with Pit Lord this game. I don't think much is wrong. It's going to be a big deal here, which is why we're looking at #1 Frank Stan here right now. Now, I will say this. I don't know. I think this whole thing definitely works a lot better. #1 Frank Stan doesn't know that. No, I don't think #1 Frank Stan has historically done
Hopefully, at
well
least
in
goes
games.
greaves and pipe.
Yeah. I don't think #1 Frank Stan has historically done well in games where they've been like the win condition. I feel like they've kind of had some panicky type moments in that game. I mean, never forget that week 1, the million deaths in lane as Ursa, and then just coming out of the jungle with a Battle Fury and nothing else, just dying, you know, that sort of gameplay.
I take what I please.
Apparently, he's been losing a lot on Lina, so I'd rather him play offlane.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, everybody in this league is losing a lot on Lena. It's like, we've seen it first pick in most
I mean
series at least
pubs,
once.
but yeah, I guess
Okay.
it's just LD12. But
We've seen it get picked at least, first phase at least once in most series of this tournament, and I think we've seen it win one time in the entire tournament. Has not been very successful so far. I think it's I just, like I said before, I just not really a firm believer that at an LD2L level the Lena like works that well. I think it's great in a pro game. I don't.
I think it works if someone like Mikkel plays it or Kai plays it. So you definitely have to ban it, but like
it's like I think the big thing with Lena is that Lena works in a game where you're playing in pro game rules. The #1 pro game rule being, of course, safe lane is going to win lane, like, at least somewhat decisively, basically every time. You do not see a lot of off lanes winning their lanes outright in pro games. They can stalemate, but stalemate is considered the victory.
yeah,
condition.
right now, yeah, for sure.
And Lena in that environment works great. Lena in an environment where you might end lane with like 10 last hits,
Pretty
code
dead.
line is dead. And
Interesting.
first blood was a split kill. Poor J-Bay. Lena in an environment where you can lose that lane, Lina in an environment where you can have a counter-picked Lina come out and not guaranteed have a way to keep her alive in the pool does hurt, I think. Does hurt. That's a good spray.
Just what the doctor.
Oh my god, it made like an ugly tree! Goodbye. Oh, he thought he got Ricky on the TP, I think!
Unfortunate.
Oh, Thugwood's gonna cry himself to sleep tonight.
I think he also waited a bit. Maybe he knew.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. Oof. So far, the Lunchbox is mostly keep control of the lanes here. J-Bay is like no possible way he dies to this.
Yeah. He's just denying with his W. It's just kind of Earthshaker leaning.
Yep. I definitely this is one of those lanes. I am a little surprised to see an all-in on the Atrophy Aura in this particular lane, because like Monkey King really doesn't care about that in lane phase. It's gonna be later. Okay.
I think the idea is if you're gonna level passive, you wanna deny a lot, but he's not even doing that. He has 3 deny.
I mean, it's against Monkey King. It's not gonna matter. You don't want to get like.
Yeah,
close
I would
enough
probably
to do
just
it
go
anyway.
Q.
Yeah, you probably just want to go QW in this lane.
In this matchup for sure. You don't wanna take free hits.
Yep, getting that passive is going to be a major asset, but not now, later. That's pretty rare for Pit Lord, so I understand why #1 Frank Stan would feel that way. I think 90% of the time, that's your best
So much
option.
damage.
Looter just shows up here to completely demolish his top lane. Just drops an
Crazy how much
anvil.
damage it is when you just hit
Dire's middle tower
6 and your
is under
supports are
attack.
like 3.
Yep. Looter just drops an anvil on everybody's head and they just die instantly. Definitely, so far the play is favoring favoring the Lunchboxes, I think.
Illusion.
So Melodic play is not working. I don't know.
Code Line just loses 90% of his health in 1 second. As much as Pangolier and Earthshaker make life hard, or Earthshaker himself,
Not
yeah,
this time.
self-trolling. As much as Pangolier and the Pit Lord make life hard for the Earthshaker, it is going to be kind of tough for them.
I just realized mid Pango has 40 lost hits almost against 22. Can you click on the Pango?
Sure thing. He's got arcane
Oh.
boots. Poor Looter
Already.
just can't last it.
It's gonna have like an 11-minute diffusal, like 12. Maybe 11.
There is one bit of good news. At the very least, they're basically identical for XP. So
They went bottom one.
Dire's
yeah, I was waiting for him to pop up here, and then I was like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Matty Boy says solo kill.
Solo
What
kill.
world am I living in? That's supposed to be Hollywood's
Radiant are
catchphrase.
scanning.
I mean, this is
Dire's
rough, but you know, it's fine. Lane doesn't
Definitely
matter.
not insurmountable for.
He has 38 lost hits already. Yeah, he's fine. It's fine.
Nothing insurmountable for either team so far. Like,
Dire's bottom tower.
well, on one hand, you know, Trashboat's got a million last hits over
Staying here
Looter, but
on
on the other
MK.
hand, that happened last game too. Okay. Well, that was awkward. And that was even more awkward. That probably would have been a kill on Bitlord too.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, okay, he just wants
And
to get a
what?
funny kill. Never mind! Okay!
Bro, he canceled the roll. What? Did he?
I believe so, yeah.
He definitely canceled the roll.
Let's watch that again to make absolute
Oh
sure.
no.
Dire's top tower is under
He thought he was done. He thought the...
Still, why wouldn't you keep rolling to get away?
I don't know. It's like it's a very good game to continue to roll. Most of what they have to do with good value is magic. So.
It's a big kill.
Goodbye, big boy LaCroix. Looter's here to watch. Oh no, bro.
Is under attack.
I feel, even though I feel like the Looter's Lunchboxes have a hypothetical, like, bigger upside in their lineup, I feel like they're... It's funny enough, it's very sad for Trash Bros, because it's the same exact thing I said against their... in this exact situation in Week 1. It feels like even though they have the stronger lineup, it's not strong enough, they're going to win off of it alone, and they're getting demolished for the play. So
As I said at the start, the Earthshaker had a good lane. So, like, they have a win condition now. They can boost the Earthshaker's game.
Well, where did lane doesn't matter go?
It doesn't matter, but, like, they have to have any kind of, like, you know, advantage when they have an Earthshaker off lane. And they just want to snowball the game.
Tower is under attack.
Earthshaker is...
The PL is doing, like, so bad. He has 20 last hits.
Alright.
They need to capitalize on it. Do something.
Now, there is one advantage here. I think the weakness for a Looter's Lunchboxes is knowing how to operate in the environment where you must go aggressive early game. I think the absolute worst performance they've ever put on is in a situation that is very similar to what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. They can't just keep farming.
I think it's less of a question of them farming. I think it's more of a question of being kind of awkward trying to execute early game pre-BKB. I feel like Lone Wolf just really is not that comfortable fighting without BKB, perhaps? Maybe that's part of it?
Yeah, probably. Definitely, actually. With the Pango roll and Underlord.
I mean, in general as a player, not this game in particular, though. Certainly this this game, you would be well advised to avoid that, yeah. I mean, even when he should fight without the BKB, he doesn't as well. So we got the mech out. No Greaves, just mech on the Pet Lord here. Who, is in a very awkward spot now. Oh no!
Oh my god.
The Earthshaker roll came out before the roll got off. And now he's rolling right in the vein.
Nothing's gonna happen though.
Oh, something's gonna happen, alright.
Not like this. Okay.
Great Echo Slam there. That might not have been the most flashy and physically, like, visually impressive Echo Slam, but that was, like, if he does that on any other frame than the one he did it on, they lose that fight. Trashboat just rolls over them. Well, either Trashboat rolls over them, or they call for retreat and probably get it.
Again, this doesn't matter. They can't get T2s. They have an Underlord. It's really hard. And as long as PL is just farming, they're fine.
Steak. PL's got to actually farm though. If the problem is that the pacing is not in his favor here. Monkey King, and especially, more notably, Nature's Prophet and Earthshaker are making as much money as he is, if not more, just running around killing dudes. And he's still sitting there at the bottom of the chart. He's still sitting there, just 1,000 gold above Matty Boy.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's fine if they just let Underlord deep-push waves safely and, like, they get good enough vision for him to farm. And they just keep doing it consistently for, like, 10-20 minutes. They'll just win.
It's just, you have to do that, and so far that's looking hard.
You just have to do it.
It's looking hard to just say do that and make it so.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on their the Radiant team moves. Let's see what they do.
Because one big upside I think this team has compared to most teams that are facing a Pit Lord in this lineup is that I think they can credibly kill him at any point in the game. I think this Pit Lord can't just kind of hide and be safe. Like, Nature's Prophet and Earthshaker are just going to reach out and crush you. No matter where you're standing, no matter how safe you think you are, I think there's always at least a modicum of danger in this game. Big Boy LaCroix saw that one coming. Big Boy LaCroix found the Spirit Breaker. Now he's going to kill the Spirit Breaker, maybe? Matty Boy not where he wants to be right now, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay, unfortunately.
Actually not at like 20% health.
Is he gonna charge? No.
No, he didn't have it, he just used it.
Oh.
It's like up now. Not like he was getting away anyway with 2 points of charge and 0 W, but you know, at least he could have tried. And no phase boots until right now as well. Looters be right-clicking.
Interesting. I don't think they have done much
No.
in like 2 minutes.
They've watched Matty Boy die and that's it.
What does the Earthshaker? What does he have? Earthshaker.
Blink, go on BKB.
Getting- Okay.
Disruptor banting with the enemy supports. I don't know. This doesn't look good. This kind of looks like the Princess Gang matchup we saw a few weeks ago. Where
I
it's
think if they fuck up their initiation on Radiant, they just die. They have such good counter initiation. They have Pango Roll, they have Underlord.
yeah, the initiation. Luckily, the initiations have been really good so far. So
Yeah, we'll see.
well,
Hex.
that was awkward.
What? Oh, he thought the Hex boost his speed.
It was worth a
Classic.
shot.
At least he knows now, you know? The
Yeah.
more you know. Let's learn
It-
Dota 2 League.
Yeah, it's you know you do it here, not at TI.
True.
That's what I always say. The PL has finally finished Jiffy at a cool 15 minutes.
Hmm.
And the fact that he's so far behind is not going to matter if they don't do something. I mean, this is not going to be a game where this lineup is going to outscale. If they have
think they're
any
just-
hopes, if they have any hopes chained to Monkey King, it's just chained wrong. It's nothing against Lone Wolf. It's just not a good hero. Not into this team,
Nice one.
rarely anyway, but not into this line. Oh no, the Centaur stun ruined everything!
Oh,
Wow!
the Earthshaker.
Well, I mean, the good news is...
Trashman is
Looters-
alive?
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, Looters just randomly got to kill PL at the side of the fight. Nope. Don't even get that. It's,
This is so awkward.
Bro, I cannot believe what I just saw.
Looter's not even... Okay, he's finally dead. Echo Slam?
Yep, the one-man Echo Slam. See if it works out.
TL is back. That's how long the fight is. It feels back. Let's go.
Yep. And now it's
No
gonna kill
Echo
everyone.
Slam. Is everyone gonna die or?
No, actually,
JB?
it's just gonna TP out. And Disruptor is here. Spear Breaker's coming back. Big Boy
they have a
LaCroix
shard
got
now.
to have an entire salve.
They got the. They got the Ricky
Here
Shard
comes
mid-fight.
Pitlord. He's back too!
He's finally dead now. Please tell me he's dead. Okay.
There we go, he's dead.
Is under attack.
Matty Boy's also gonna die.
The roll
Um,
roll had time to cool
okay.
down. Trashboat pretending he's gonna
I
use
feel
it
like
on
he's
that.
so indecisive with these.
Wow, and all that went that wrong because the Centaur stunned Earthshaker when he's about to Echo Slam. That
Unfortunate.
is so sad. Puts Pangolier at the top of the net worth chart, which is probably exactly where he wants to be. He is definitely the hardest guy to deal with on this lineup. Looter could definitely get an Orchid to stop him.
That was the
Could
most
help, but-
LD12 fight I've seen.
He's not going to get an Orchid, he's going to get BKB instead. Yep. Also, notably, during that, no Monkey King ult, which I thought was a little odd.
Are they gonna keep farming for BKB? I feel like it's a
Yes.
mistake.
No, yeah,
if-
you shouldn't. Yeah, you clearly showed in the last fight that right now you're able to kill the Pit Lord. Don't just
Yeah.
try to go in, like you're not that threatened by
That's
the rolls.
I'm imagining comms. They're like, guys, maybe we should like farm BKB. I don't think they should just go fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, at least they're doing something.
You're
but-
putting some pressure up two different sides of the mat. Witch Doctor
And the
gonna
Lord
go
is
down.
not dying. He has greaves. Is he gonna die now?
Pit
Okay.
Lord is dying.
Let's go. So it's only on the Lord now. Pio's farming. Pango's Pango's not farming, but like he's gonna clear this wave.
There we go. Wave cleared. Ladies and gentlemen, Wave is cleared.
I said
He
wait.
coming. PL is walking up to this fight for some reason. This is a very awkward ass to try and take
Unfortunate.
this. Really don't know if he should be here, but it doesn't seem like the Lunchboxes really want to do something. I think that last fight, even though that last fight was like a bad circumstance for them, I think they took it too close to the heart. Remember that all goes that badly because they can't get a good Echo Slam off, and that they can't get a good Echo Slam off because of a jungle creep intervening at an awkward time. Like, I think they got too demoralized by the one bad fight and are just putting themselves on the way to not win this match anymore.
Yeah, it's just a lot of what a lot of teams do. They're just like, guys, we gotta be careful, farm BKBs, not make stupid plays, and give the PL more net worth. But like, I get it, but at the same time, you gotta
You're not though. He's not gonna be in early fights, is he? And you're not gonna
Yeah.
kill him anyway. You're making no attempt to kill him as it stands. Like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I
He's
don't
here
know.
at least. I mean, yeah, you've drawn PL out, so he's trying to fight. Like, just the
Yeah.
worst thing he could possibly be doing, basically.
Now they're going, maybe. No,
Nope.
they're just farming.
Bro, I've never wanted to speed up a match more than this. Every second the
Yeah.
Lunchboxes spend trying to farm BKB is a second they are losing advantage.
Yeah. And what's the point of like Earthshaker BKB? He's in anyway. Like, who cares if you die, bro? You gonna
Because
land on
JBay likes to
everything?
play this hero by hitting W and right-clicking people.
Because he got he got stomped by a centaur, so he doesn't want to. He wants to get a BKB,
Yeah, there we go.
but it doesn't happen. Like,
It'd be really good if Centaur Warrunner showed up in this game. Unfortunately, you only get the Great Value version. Was Matty Boy really worth Pangolero? The answer is no, but he might... What? Oh?
The Echo Slam was interesting.
Did he just leave? Hold the phone. Wait a minute.
He left. He's out. He's out.
What? Where are you going?
He went top.
Where are you going,
He's
bro?
back. He's back.
Awesome. Okay. And they won this fight anyway. Okay. They won this fight anyway, which really shows the need for this team to have slowed down and tried to farm out their BKBs.
Dire's structures.
Ooh, that was interesting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was
There's
interesting.
been a lot of interesting things this
Yeah.
time. Tango doing a 0.1 second roll.
There's
but then
Pango, there's the trip to top.
Earthshaker trip.
Dire's
There's your trip.
Earthshaker trip to Cleveland, back
Your
to
trip
Buffalo,
to
bro. Like, what the fuck?
Your trip to Cleveland, your 1 hour of hobo-ness outside the Walmart. This is really quite the fascinating game, I must say.
Dire are scanning.
Back to
Ooh.
farming. We have BKB, we're gonna farm.
It's a farming BKB. It's one. If you
True.
think about it in a way, it's one of the
Just like a
best farming
farming Aegis, you know.
Yeah, one of the best farming items in the game. I mean, you get 24 damage.
True.
You know, that's basically.
Strength.
Yeah, if
On
you're,
an int hero.
if you're a strength hero, that is a lot of damage if you think about it.
He is
I
lacking
mean,
a lot of HP, you know. He's only 1 point, you know.
1.6 above. Yeah, you can't read the number above PL's 1.
No. After, before BKB, I don't know what
Yeah.
fucking HP.
Five-man smoke on the Trash Boys for some reason. I don't know why. They are going to get JB though.
That's awkward.
Never mind.
The 9-second
Cancel
BKB.
that.
Let's go. We got the BKB.
Cancel that. I don't
And we
know
got
why.
the 9-second BKB for this.
This
That's
isn't,
interesting.
this isn't masterclass strategy by the Trash Boys anyway, and it didn't even work out. Ouch. They really just need PL and the Pit Lord, and they just need to go long. They don't need to 5-man smoke. They just need to buy space and time. There is no way. Okay, goodbye, Witch Doctor. There is no way, not in a million years, is...
I think none of this matters because your Pango and PL haven't died in any of these fights.
Yeah.
Like the only one who lived are Pango and PL, and that's like you don't care about your 3 or 4 or 5 dying.
That's true. The downside is that when they're not, when they are getting away, they're right-clicking Fountain. They're not farming anything. Pangolier has gotten himself to 2nd place again, which is good.
I mean, yeah.
PL is still like not really like close to the top of the chart. That's exactly the place he wants to be. It's an awkward place for this Silence to be.
Ricky Cloud though, kind of.
Really messing this up. The BKB not up right now on
Looter. Whoa! Oh, okay. Oh, he lives.
Mondo Echo Slam there, but they're still
okay, he's dead.
anyway.
But yeah.
Oh, I just respawn Lone Wolf walking away.
That was a fight. At least the PL died.
Yep. They got the PL, they got the Pit Lord, they got nothing else done, and they are not on the winner's side of the coin purse. Luckily, support's got most of that money, but yeah, no, this isn't looking good.
Yeah.
Again, no Monkey King ult in the middle of that, which is really odd. I mean, if you're gonna pick this hero at all, right? Like at least just.
I don't know where he was that fight.
Circle.
I just didn't see him.
He was in it a bit, but he kind of disengaged pretty early, I think. Got out of town when it started looking bad.
Gleipnir on MK. I don't know about this, but
You get the Gleep. You get to hold people in your big circle, and you know it just be better on the Furion.
wait, click on the MK.
Furion's going Gleipnir. Monkey King's going Gleipnir.
Not like this.
This is this
like
is the Leftside Lunchboxes Game 2 curse. Please talk to your team, guys.
Do you think they talk in comms like? Or they just sit AFK?
I actually know a bit about the communications of Leftside Lunchboxes because this is probably the team I've talked to the most in this this particular season. No, they don't. They do not. Like they barely talk.
Doesn't look like it.
If anybody is talking at all, it's usually J-Bay.
Yeah.
Spoiler for anybody who's taking on the Lunchboxes. They don't talk. And it's games like this that really make you think maybe they should.
Do you think JB is like trying to make actual calls, and then there's Line plugging his website and like
Line's on the other team.
Oh fuck, who's their 5?
Their pause 5. That's it. Their usual lineup is Ricky is just.
Yeah, in my mind, both of these teams are literally the same.
Yeah, there you go. As, that's
this
not
is,
nice to one of those teams, but I'm not going to tell you which one.
I can't
Monkey
tell
King
which
ult.
one
This
anyway.
is a pretty good Monkey King ult, actually.
Yeah, but
Gonna get rid of the Pit Lord.
they're just getting fucked by something.
By the Witch Doctor. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Witch
Goodbye.
Doctor.
PL just gets annihilated though. I think they've realized, hey, wait a minute, Pangolier is ultless.
Yeah.
Ultless, not even present, and they just clean up out here to finish the job and
Kinda
to get a
awkward.
little closer. Monkey King Gleipnir, which he probably, I mean, Furion's Gleipnir's done. Why are we doing this?
Please.
I guess if I'm being really generous, this is a team where you want this, like, if you're ever gonna have this happen, Matty Boy writes down 2 on the map.
But you want stats, you want something on like MK. He's only like 2
Well,
page.
you're not the victory condition as MK, which is a sad thing to say, but it's like at the very least, you know, you're big. The way you're gonna win fights this game is by holding people in the circles, and you got 2x of that at least. That's something. I don't like it still, but I can at least understand why he's doing it.
I don't know. I'm just.
It
None of these
hurts
fights
a little.
are.
Are scanning.
They're very, very fakakta, as I say in the business.
I feel like after that fight, they could have gone Roche.
Potentially. You have a pretty solid lineup for Roshing.
I don't think these fights are gonna matter if you're not gonna get anything out.
We got Spear Breaker. Bye, Maddie.
And the one pickup matters more than the last fight, I feel like. Just because they're slowly getting a game back on Dire.
I mean, I think they have a game. I don't think there's a point.
No,
where
they
this
always
has
have a game, but like, you know, you gotta get some kills.
And I hate to say this because people are gonna think. I'm sure there's some guy right now who's playing Monkey King in like some high level pubs with like a 70% win rate, and somebody's Kid Dynamite's gonna say that in the comments. Oh, you know, Anani, he doesn't know shit, and you know all that, right? But here's the
Does sound
thing.
like him.
I don't think this hero is any good. I think this guy is like not terribly
Bro,
much
both of
better.
my cores love MK, bro.
Yeah, there you go. You're just. He feels so bad.
I mean, there's a reason we don't pick it, you know. So
It just feels like there's just never. Like, who does he win the 1v1 matchup with? Like, name one. Name a non-meme pause one that Monkey King wins the matchup with right now, like any time, basically.
just wins lane. After lane, I don't know what to do.
He's like one of the hardest heroes to like lane against as a pause 3. I mean, the list of pause 3s that lane well against Monkey King might be even shorter than the list of games that Monkey King is good in. But that's all you get. It's like, here, what do you do? I don't know. And they seem to be under the impression that he's going to have something to do late. Which I don't know, I just don't really see. I don't think
Not
PL
a good Echo Slam. PL still there. Oh, they got the pipe off.
They got the pipe. The Pit Lord is dead, and so is everybody on the Radiant. PKBs, both of these score at the exact same time. And, this isn't good.
They're not doing anything with these BKBs.
And the Monkey King is...
I don't know. I feel like they popped BKBs and they just walked back.
Well, they popped BKBs and Looter TP'd, and maybe Monkey King should have too.
I don't know.
Yeesh, this is looking really tough. I don't think there's really a credible...
That one fight matters infinitely more than the last 4 fights.
Yeah. At least Looter's up top. And there's one thing that you can't take away from this team at all, I guess. It's like, you know, Pit Lord can be a good anti-rat, but it's hard to clean up after an entire map at once. So they do have that going for them.
We just saw the pipe impact there. I think that just won them the fight. Did they just pop pipe and... Or they popped...
They don't have pipe.
They popped Hood,
You
at least, and
absolute buffoon. Yeah, he popped Hood and died instantly.
yeah.
Didn't even matter, did not even
But
need
like, at least he didn't die.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
don't know, they instantly didn't die, but...
Yeah. He popped Hood and then his team inexplicably didn't die. What do you know? Hood works, ladies and gentlemen.
True. Yeah, the Echo Slam was cursed. I don't know.
Yeah, 1-man Echo Slam on the Earthshaker is not what you... Or on the Earthshaker, on the Pit Lord is not what you want to do. I understand you want the Pit Lord to be gone. I really do. This whole game, I thought I'd been accidentally caught up in my headset's wire. And I've been trying really hard not to rip it out of the PC. And I just realized I'm not at all. That's fantastic. Like, the Pit Lord is going to be a big obstruction in this game. The answer is not to drop everything on Pit Lord and lag anything.
That's a disaster.
Yep, the Disruptor ult on 0. Disruptor immediately dies. Pretty cool Echo, though.
Yeah,
not
but...
quite cool enough.
Everyone else is out.
Witch Doctor ult once again. Doing plenty of damage here.
I think Trashboat got like a 3-4 man swashbuckle.
Yep. And I think that's kind of the end of the campaign here for Lunchboxes. I don't think so. I don't think so, Chief. I don't know. That sucks. He just can't do anything anymore. I got a question for you. It's a killer, okay?
Mhm.
If Monkey King's gonna go Gleep anyway, and you just know he's going to do it and not stop for some reason, why not go the Orchid here on the Furion? I mean, Pango never built a BKB. He's still not building a BKB, and as annoying as Pango is for you in fights, that gets rid of him pretty well. I don't know.
I think it's hard to Orchid him once he has the shard, because he blinks in, and the cost time on the shard is like nothing. The cost point or time, whatever. It's like instant.
That's true, but it's like very few of these fights so far did Pangolier get to be the one blinking.
He did it the last fight.
He
when,
did
like,
the last fight, and that was like the first time. You know,
Yeah.
and he only gets to do that because his team is winning. Is that DeVirus' music I hear? I mean, it's not like it matters at this point. Okay, maybe it does. Is that
Okay.
DeVirus' music I hear? Tip.
The tip.
Has fallen.
They lose the other rag for it anyway.
Question mark.
Matty Boy's question marking like that. This means anything in the grand scheme of things.
Well
Well
played.
played. It turns out invisibility is not invincibility after all. Yeah, I don't know.
I've been doing it all wrong.
I feel like, unfortunately, Trash Boys probably just have this game if they don't do that. If they just
Why didn't they get the Aegis on Dire? I'm so confused.
because they
Was
just
it not up?
they just did a fight. It was up. They just did a fight where they lost nobody, and they were like, I don't need it. And they probably didn't, but then they played like they had it anyway for some reason, and it didn't work out. Like
No,
that's a very acceptable uphill with no Aegis. You can definitely, and they did. They took the tower.
Why wouldn't
they
you
took
just
the
get
Rex.
it? Like what?
Because
It's always an advantage.
You lose the time. I think in that case, that specific case, is the time not roshing was like.
I don't
more
think you
advantageous.
go. It's fine. I think though.
Yeah, because
Doesn't
remember
matter.
when they step high ground, nobody is alive at all. So
Yeah, but like
in that
you can still do it.
situation,
Awesome.
like the problem is if they just go high ground, they take the buildings and they leave, then you would not have even been thinking about why didn't they take Aegis.
It's way better than PO just dying
Yeah.
randomly.
But instead, they go high ground, they take Rex, and then PL wants to be cool, so
Dives.
he dies.
They should have known they have Trashman in the game, so just get Aegis.
Yeah.
Bounty.
I think
He went
anyway
for the
they
virus.
can't stop him if they're alive though. I feel like Underlord just puts his shit down. Pango swashes. I don't know. PL just hits.
Yeah. And it's like I said, they had a reason to not worry about the Aegis because they're already winning fights, losing nobody at this point. So like, why bother?
They did. No, they need to get the Aegis, but they lost it. Was that first Aegis or second? I didn't even see. Probably the first one.
It's a good question.
I don't see a shard.
I'm thinking that was first. I don't
Most
recall
likely.
Roche being done before that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
If they hadn't dived, it just would have all been okay. Hell, they probably could have gotten buildings, and then done Roche because they have nothing to be afraid of, and then just won. But they didn't do that.
Yeah, honestly, just get Aegis and farm. That is also fine. Farming Aegis is fine. PL just gonna outscale way hard.
Bro,
They're smoking now.
don't say that. God, I know that's technically true, but I don't want to watch farming ages.
True.
It's the worst thing as a caster. And this is the part where all a Radiant dies in 2 seconds.
Interesting. Oh, the Echo Slam on PL who takes 0.1 damage.
You know, one of the things that's been going on a lot in these fights that I don't know if I've really been calling attention to it that much. It's
Question mark.
this team has such bad. It's not trash man time if you don't actually hit him. He's walking away. He doesn't even want this kill, and he still got
He
it
just
somehow.
stood there.
Very awkward. But this team has Witch Doctor problems in a big way. They don't have many stuns that like stop him from what he's doing that you want to use on him. Like, you have the Earthshaker Q, you don't want to save that for Witch Doctor. The whole thing that sucks. They haven't been playing around it that well. It's one of the harder not Q, the ult. It's one of the harder skills to actually deal with as well, because it's like, there's one thing that modifies it. Like, well, I guess there's two. A stun stops it, and, or a silence. And armor actually reduces the damage. Damage block does not affect the Witch Doctor ult for some insane reason.
I think one thing to think about is like Earthshaker. They usually want to fight like they want to start with the Earthshaker Echo Slam, right, on the PL, but like every time the PL is not gonna have like infinite illusions, you know. Only when he's farming, and like they need to catch him when he's farming. Maybe.
Or they just need to not use it in the first femtosecond of a fight. That could also help. They have caught out the PL.
I feel like
here.
The Earthshaker is like getting caught before he can initiate, though.
Yep. I mean, that's less of a problem of like, I don't think the way you change that is that you play a different way. I think the way you change that is you draft a different way.
Yeah, I agree, but like it's looter drafting, I think. So, yeah.
SMH.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Double Gleipnir, let's go.
Under attack.
We got the second Gleep still waiting. And look, we even have a Rod of Atos.
He's waiting for the perfect time.
Oh, Pitlord must have been listening to me, going Wraith back. Pitlord probably doesn't know I secretly don't like Rod of Atos.
Yeah, the no illusion Echo Slam again. It's just, you know.
And everybody on Radiant dies. They might get Trashman for it at least. Never mind, Pitlord Gaming.
Never mind.
Never mind. Never mind.
Never mind.
Spangolier Gaming. Bango's just gonna rip everyone's keister off now. They are, yeah, just getting fountain farmed at this point. Trashman's gonna say question mark. Call the G's looter. This one is over.
Yeah, the atrophy or whatever the fuck it's called. Plus
the fact they just can't deal with the Bango at all.
Plus every aura in the world means you don't kill the PL.
Nope.
Even if you're an Earthshaker. I think even if they had like 5 or 6 illusions, he doesn't kill him. It doesn't matter. Auras win games.
Lone Wolf calls the G's, we go home.
Who's F tier now, looter?
Matty boy has disconnected.
Smiley face.
Oh jeez. Well, the good news is I don't think the Trash Bros really watched this stream, to be honest with you. Oof. I don't think the Trash Bros watch the casts that we do. They certainly don't request ever if they do. We did this because Looter asked. So they don't get to hear... I think the Lunchboxes still looked like a better lineup in this game. This should have been, like, well worse for them than it actually ended up turning out. I think they still have an issue. The core issue that the Lunchboxes have always had, I think, is knowing when they have the initiative. It feels like the Lunchboxes, they're a very pessimistic team. They're always under the assumption that they're down, it feels like. They always seem to think, oh, the enemy cores must be doing better. Even when we have an advantage, we still have to play carefully. If that farm fiesta in the first 15-20 minutes is a let's team fight and push towers instead fiesta, you're breaking down Underlord before he actually gets the ability to stop you from doing that. Pitlord's a great, like, anti-push guy, don't get me wrong, but he's not a great anti-push guy at, like, level 10. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of farming early. They didn't seem to recognize when they had the advantage. They played it so safe, they just started building and building and building instead, and they just didn't outpace this team at all. The draft was a dud for me. The Earthshaker was good. Earthshaker alone could have potentially done a lot this game, if not for the last second Pango pick. If this was a second pick team, this is a good draft for like a second pick team, but not for a first pick team where they get to counter it with their last shot, at least conceptually. And even then, I struggle to say it's good because it's got Monkey King on it. I'm sorry. Even if you're a God Monkey King, don't pick this guy right now. Certainly not in LD2L. I promise it doesn't end well. I promise it's just nothing but heartbreak. Maybe as a support, it's like slightly, vaguely okay, but even then, I don't really, don't really think I can put my seal of approval on it. This game, I don't know. Well, like I said, I think the Lunchboxes looked good organizationally, for the most part. Not in terms of communication, certainly, as you saw from the double Gleipnir, but in terms of actually like starting and executing fights, they did well. But I think one mistake broke their morale too evidently. And I don't know. I feel like if they don't just play like that after that fight, I think they probably win this. They did have a victory condition this game. They were going that way, and then they ran away from it. I think that's the best way I can put it. They built a road. They ran away from the road.
They conform to the get BKB and farm.
There you go. And they're not going to win this game. I'm sorry. I think if you have this lineup versus that lineup 1,000 times, it's like most of the games probably look like this. I don't know. Well, yeah. Either way, I do think it does still expose a few weaknesses in the Trash Bros lineup, like the dive was really ill-advised in particular. And while Big Boy LaCroix has shaken off a lot of his sort of issues that we saw in the first couple weeks on Ricky, I don't know. It's like I feel like if you ban out the Ricky against this lineup, they're gonna struggle a little bit to fight. Surprised they didn't ban it after game 1, honestly. But either way,
yeah, it's too chaotic, for sure.
I think we still see some disadvantages from the Trash Bros. I do think this is hypothetically the stronger version of the team. You just can't pick Terrorblade. Just don't pick Don't pick him either. Like we saw 3 pretty stanky pos ones in this scenario. I understand it's the LD2L. It's a Sunday night beer game. You play who you want to play. I get that. But like, if you want to win, maybe stay away from the Monkey Kings and the Terrorblades right now. But either way, as I was about to say, if you're somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. We are in constant need of stand-ins. We're in constant supply of in-houses. You'll get to meet basically everybody in this game except for Big Boy LaCroix and Code Line, because everybody else in this entire pool plays in-houses basically constantly. And until next time, when we look at, I think, the MKNY game, that's it for now. We'll see you next time.